I just finished my newest Sprunky Bootlego, and it's Vineria Phase 5. Check her out. She's just kind of little. Pretty basic, not too big. I got one more pack of little ones I didn't realize I had, and it's gonna make these. So here's the first one. She's pretty cool. I like this one. Let me know what you think of her in the comments. Alright guys, I just made my newest Sprunky Bootlego. Alright, Max says this is Phase 7, guys. So, Funbot Phase 7? Let us know what you think in the comments. What is up, guys? Check out my new Sprunky Bootlego I just built. It's Ratty, and we think it's Phase 7. Oh, hold on, I gotta push that piece on real quick. Alright, I fixed him. So there's Ratty. We think he's Phase 7. Let us know in the comments, is this Phase 7? He just hangs. He looks so disturbing, guys. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, let us know what phase this is in the comments and what you think of it. up, guys? I just finished my newest Sprunky Bootlego, and it's Mr. Tree Phase 5. Check it out. It's got the little missing poster on it. Looks pretty much the same on the back. Pretty simple build, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright guys, here's my next Sprunky Bootlego, and it's Funbot Phase 5. It looks like I need to push this just a little bit more. There. I hate it when they're not pushed together all the way. Don't you guys hate that? But anyway, that's him, little Funbot. He's Phase 5. He's pretty cute and pretty fun. And that is the last of the little mini builds, I think. So now we've got all the big builds to do. I'm excited to see what's next. What's up, guys? Check out my newest Sprunky Bootlego. It is black, and he's a person. He's got legs and arms, and he's got a rose. Look at my rose. What do you think? Alright, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. up, guys? I just finished my newest Sprunky Bootlego, and it's Orin. And we're not sure what phase it is. We think it's phase 7 or 8. What do you guys think? What phase of Orin is this? Let us know in the comments. What is up, guys? I just finished my newest Sprunky Bootlego, and it is like a minifigure, but it's way bigger than a normal one. And it's Ratty from Sprunky, and he's got a guitar. He totally wants to rock out on this bad boy, but there's no way for him to hold it. He just won't hold it, guys. I'll show you the instructions. It doesn't really... That's what the instructions say. Like, just jam it in his hand. And I tried that, and it just won't work. So that's okay. He doesn't have to hold the dang guitar. I might break him or something if I keep trying to do that. But yeah, I thought his guitar was pretty cool. Although this was weird too, because in order to complete this, look, I had to super glue this side. It was not designed well. It was like, wanted you to do some moves that were totally illegal. So I had to super glue it. But anyway, it's a cool little set from AliExpress. It was super fun to build. Let me know what you think of Radithin. Alright guys, I just made my next Sprunky Bootlego, and it's Clucker Phase 7. Look at that. It's pretty fancy. These are one of the harder builds of the bunch, like bigger than the little tiny ones. Pretty cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. What's up, guys? I just finished my next Sprunky Bootlego, and it's Vineria Phase 7. Check her out. She's a little adjustable. Like her base, you can kind of adjust these little sections if you want to. Make her a little bit more twisted. She looks like that. This is a pretty fun build. It took me about 15 minutes. Pretty fun stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments.